Okay, hello. How y'all doing? All right, I'm here to discuss spirituality. And anyways, I guess I want to start because not a lot of people know about me when it comes to, I guess, just because I'm new to YouTube and I don't feel like I don't have that big of a following. So my friends said I have a lot, but I don't think I do. Not a lot
Mhm.
like some, and it's okay. But when I became awakened, my whole life I got turned upside down. And then people that I tried to save, and I guess, try to help heal along my journey, walked right out the door. And when I went to sleep for the first time, is when our cycle was completely done and over with. I got my answer. I had to be separated from the ones that hold me back. And they showed me examples of people that are held back. And when people hold you back energetically, sometimes they steal your shine, I guess you could say. And they do it in many ways. Stealing shine. Stealing your shine. I guess it's been on thought it was on the Stephen King movie, the one with The Shining, like with the where that one kid had the shine. Some people have the shine, some people don't, but I was told we all have the shine. But the shine never sometimes gets to come through because people in society take our gifts and our ability to tap in and talk to our ancestors away. People just literally will come in and snatch your ability and call you crazy. And these are people that have once will literally they'll sit there and they'll doubt it, but then they'll go to church and believe, and God wants you to. I believe everybody is the same. I'm just fixing my glasses. I believe everybody's one and the same. I don't believe that one person's more special than another, perhaps, because well, how could that be? I finally got a lamp over here, y'all. I'm gonna be getting moved soon, but I've been working a lot too. I'm gonna go through situations that can have your light diminished. And sometimes it's meant to be alone in your journey and to trust. When someone's constantly lying to you, they're you're supposed to demand honesty and be truthful to yourself. Trust is built on a foundation of truth. Sometimes we doubt this. Sometimes people, when they're constantly lying on you, I want to say this card came up as I'm talking because when people deal with lies, lies is a topic of open discussion, I guess. Why would they want to lie to you? Could it be to make you small? And why would they want to make you small? The only thing that comes in my mind why people want to make you small is to bring them to their level. And they think they're doing you service because they like the old you or they like that old version of you. Some people don't want you to graduate to your older self. They don't. And it's sad. And I guess this energy that I'm bringing forth is if you feel like somebody was making you small, this could be it. Because people do. And there's a lot of people when these messages that a lot of the world's asleep. That's the thing. When you ascend and you allow yourself to ascend and you accept whatever you have to let go and you let it go and you ascend, you just see how people made you small. You'll grieve them, yes, but will you go back? Once you're to that level where you're at a higher timeline, you don't. You don't want to go back because you know how that felt and you remember how it felt. And you don't want to go back to that. Once you're asleep, you cannot be put, there's no sleeping pill to make you want to be a sheep again. And then somebody, this is another tactic they take, is ignoring achievements. Celebrate your own successes and seek partners who recognize and applaud your achievements. People that ignore your achievements, they're not there for your higher self. They're not. They're not. If they're not being supportive, they're ignoring your achievements. They're just not. I mean, well, how can they? If you sit there and say, I'm just trying to get more in touch with God and Source, and I'm on my spiritual journey, people should say, oh my God, that's so great. You should have people congratulating you, but they don't. Nobody congratulates you when you hit the finish line. They have plastic smiles. And it's because they're jealous. They want you to be like they were. They would take you back, yeah, as you were, but not as what you are. And then the disrespect comes. I mean, some of you, I've dealt with all this. I have. I've sunned it a couple times, and this is what I've dealt with. Disrespect. Stand up for yourself and demand respect. You deserve to be treated with dignity. They're not going to treat you with dignity if they don't treat themselves with dignity. This is just life. You can't. If you don't respect yourself, how are you going to respect anyone else? I mean, just simply put, how can you? Alright, show us more issues. More things in this field here, on this energy of holding back. It's the energy of holding back. People just want to hold back and they don't want to celebrate people. And I've been picking up a lot of hours at work, guys, and I watch a lot of YouTube shorts. I see these animals that are abused, and it is against the law to kill people. So a lot of people will go and hurt the animals because, it takes a lot to go to jail and find a bunch of people and build a case so that they go to the animal first. But what would make you go to such limits? I mean, it's disgusting. But anyways, we got shaming. Some of you guys were shamed. And this talks about reject shame and embrace your true self. You are worthy of love and respect. They were shaming you for what? For wanting to be your authentic self? Because you don't want to follow the crowd? I mean, how many people just go around just not, they be acting crazy? I mean, I don't know. It's just this whole energy of just wanting people to hold back and not go forward. It's like, oh, look ahead, there's a monster, and it's literally your higher self, and everybody's like, no, don't go near that, that's a monster. That's you. That's your higher self. How could you be afraid of your own higher self? That's what I don't understand. And then we got blame shifting. I'm going to take these in reverse, folks. Hold your ground and refuse to accept blame for things you didn't do. Seek clarity and fairness. There's a lot of blame shifting in this. A lot. It's not your fault, it's mine. I don't know if you guys ever heard this. It's not your fault, it's mine. Why are you acting that way? You're supposed to act like this. And then when you act the way the people want you to act, where does that get you? Where does it get you except for feeling empty inside? And you can only take it for so long. You literally could only take that kind of behavior for so long, and then you're just ready to explode. And then what do? You cheat on the person, you find a way of getting out of the relationship. You literally will energetically find your higher self will find a way to leave a relationship of that kind of caliber. You will. You'll leave. And it's not going to be pretty when you do. It's not. And then we got invalidating feelings. And then here it says, acknowledge and validate your own feelings. You deserve to be heard and understood. Invalidating your feelings. That's what they did. They don't care about your feelings, they only care about their feelings. It's such a shameful energy. Such a shameful energy. It really is. So I'm going to use this deck. I haven't used this deck. I just want to clarify some of this with Tarot. I am starting to get better at interpreting. I mean, I'm very intuitive. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and she goes to me, "Oh, you didn't bring your cards? You didn't bring your cards?" And I said, "I really don't need them. But God said that I should learn cards because people, they feel more comfortable with cards. They feel more comfortable when you come with cards. I don't know what it is when you come with cards, but they feel more comfortable when this transaction appears." And God's very chill. So God's like, just use the cards. So I just use the cards because God says to use the cards, and that's it. I mean, I could tell you about this, but some people like the cards. The cards are popular. People like to see the cards, and that's okay. Because most people that are doing tarot cards, folks, they don't really need the cards. I'm going to say it. I guess I'm part of the community. I'm just a vlogger over here. But most of the community doesn't need cards. If you can read energy, you can read energy with or without cards. And most likely the tarot card people in this community was able to read your energy before the cards. Just saying. But yeah, I kind of blew my friend's mind. She was going to talk to me, and then I explained her entire relationship without any cards, and she walked away. She goes, "Oh my God, how I didn't even tell you." I said, "You didn't have to. This is what I did." All right, under this constant lion, we got 4 cups. And this is exhaustion, burnout, deep consumption, stagnation, isolation, loneliness, withdrawal, depression. Of course you're in the 4 of Swords. These are just kind of. This is what it gets you. This is what this energy gets you. These are just energy cards. I'm just clarifying. Tarot cards are literally just the energy it projects. And then you channel what the actual stuff that happened. Just like with this, I'm picking up a lot of relationship drama. A lot of relationship drama with this constant lying. Where someone's constantly and making somebody think they're crazy all the time. Crazy. To the point where it's like they just say okay and they act like they believe you, but they really don't, and it kind of is destroying the foundation. And I feel like it has to do a lot with relationships. Even I'm picking up the energy of it because I put my energy into the cards. As you're touching the card, your energy goes in them. My energy is all around this reading. Point blank period here. And then we have ignoring achievements. We got Ten of Swords. Deep wounds, betrayal, final release, closure, acceptance, letting go, moving on, renewal. Somebody keeps ignoring your achievements. I mean, this card I'm picking up is a lot with relationships, but I feel like it's a lot with children, like with your parents type thing situation. I feel like there's a lot of people in the collective that have literally dealt with their parents not believing them. And they love their parents so much because I feel like the parental bond, your mom and dad can hurt you as much as a lover because who do you not love? Who do you love more than your lover? Your parents. And when your parents don't accept who you are, they don't or just maybe just left you at some point in your life, it leaves an empty hole in you. And if they don't accept your achievements, it hurts. And then if become in a relationship with a partner and they don't accept your achievements and you're real proud of something, let's say you've been working on something real hard. Let's just use social media. You're just, yeah, but you work and you do all this, but let's say you want to be a content creator. That's one thing that usually makes people angry. And they'll say, no, I want you to go to school, I want you to be a lawyer, I want you to do this. But let's say that child really doesn't want to. They're going to be in the Ten of Swords energy. A lover could do it, a parent, uh, a friend that you trusted more than anything. It's somebody that you couldn't. How could I put this? It's someone that you couldn't see not spending the rest of your life with that puts you in the Ten of Swords. That is what this is. And if someone is doing this, I'm just here to tell you it's not. It is terrible, but in this realm, it's a realm of pain. It's a realm of heaven and hell together. It's like, it's the devil's playground, but it's also God's test. God tests us in the devil's playground. That's what I'm channeling. God tests us in the devil's playground. Literally. And I make these videos because maybe the right person will hear. I don't know. But these are all tests. And then disrespect. Well, tell me about disrespect. We got King of Pentacles. And this talks about obsession with wealth and status. Stubborn, rigid, conservative, materialistic, greedy, domineering. That's the energy. They're disrespecting you because you don't have that much wealth and status, and they're stubborn, and they're unmovable in their ways of thinking. It's their way or the highway, and they conserve things, which isn't bad, but they're very materialistic, and they're greedy, and they want to take over your energy. Over here, so these are real small ones. But yeah, it's the King of Pentacles. It's a tiny, tiny picture. I like to use these sometimes here for like my basic readings type thing. I mean, we all have fancy cards, but sometimes if it's like just something that you're just like I want to say every tarot card person is. I got 3 boxes of cards that I'm taking with me to the new house, and I didn't realize how much cards I had until I started moving. So that's why I'm gonna chill out on buying cards, and then once I get moving, I'm gonna look into maybe a couple decks that look kind of really nice, some oracle decks, but I'm gonna wait on it. I got a lot of cards right now. Alright. I'm gonna leave these cards down there and validate this for you guys, and then I got some situational decks also. But under the shaming energy, I got the Fool. And the Fool talks about new experiences, development, adventure, unlimited potential, possibility, trust, and purity and faith. They shamed a lot of you guys, and the energy that's coming up from sources, because you wanted to go on a fool's journey. You wanted to see what was out there. You wanted to find your higher self. You wanted to go on an adventure. I mean, you're in the devil's playground, in the testing ground of God. I mean, why not? Go on your fool's journey in purity and faith, and use your discernment and spread goodwill and get new experiences. That's what makes us grow. But they shamed you for it. They shamed you for being just a fool with a dream. It's a shame. Ain't that a shame? I'm thinking of the Cheap Trick song. I've been shamed. I've been shamed because I want to be a content creator. And for the last 3 years, they said, why don't you go to nursing school? I said, I really don't think I want to be a nurse. I think I just want to stay where I'm at. I mean, I make decent money where I'm at. I don't want to live at work. And I don't think that nursing is the kind of life I want. Because you're married to your job when you're a nurse. And I don't want to be married to my job. I feel like I'm married to my job now, stacking up money. And that's bad enough. I don't want to be responsible for the whole facility. I don't. And then under this blame shifting energy, we got Knight of Wands. And this is inspired action, adventure, initiative, ambition, drive, desire, enterprise, fire starter, feisty. Alright, you want to be a Knight of Wands energy, and there's nothing wrong with that. You have initiative and drive. Maybe you wanted to start a new business and maybe work another job and try something new. And they didn't want to support you. That's what I'm getting from this card. And you were inspired by maybe social media. Maybe you were inspired by, I don't know, somebody. Maybe you wanted to sell cupcakes for some of y'all, or food, and you said, man, I'm a good chef. And here you are. You're like, I want to go on this and go in this energy and try to enterprise and make something for ourselves. And you had that ambition, and they said no, and they found a problem with your ambition. I mean, we're still gonna decode this energy. There is somewhere there's something. So let's go and find out what it is. But there's a message, alright? But we gotta sometimes go through all the layers to get. It's like peeling an onion, y'all. You gotta go through all the layers to get to the inside, okay? That's what Tarot is about, peeling the onions of human experience. I mean, my fool's journey, I've lost everybody, and I've had lots of stuff, and everyone has really left me except for a couple people. And those couple people were meant to stay. Sometimes God removes people for a reason. Alright, this card stuck out way out here, so we're just gonna take it. Alright, oh my god, the devil. Are you serious? Alright, we got the devil. Shadow self, addiction, restriction, sexuality, ravage, violence, force, vehemence. Alright, well, they invalidated your feelings and said because of their shadow self. And some of these guys had addictions, maybe the alcohol, substances, whatever, and they wanted to restrict you. And they were highly sexual. And they said, I don't know why you feel that way. I don't know why you feel that way. So I feel there's a lot of, in this energy today, I feel like there's a lot of betrayal with third parties. I'm feeling third party in this energy. Just packing this out. And there is some violence. Yeah, but I feel like it's not towards you. I think it's more towards their actions in the third party. You can't even see the badness of this card, but because some of these guys are naked, but you can't even barely see because it's so small. So it doesn't matter. That's why I kind of like to use this for my opening. These are the opening energies. I'm not even sure really what this message is about, except for I was told some journeys are meant to be solo. That seems to be the theme. Some journeys are meant to be done solo. That's the only thing that comes in my path as I unpack this. Okay. I'm going to use these. I'm going to use my toxic deck since the devil's already made an appearance. The devil's already made the appearance. Hi, devil. How you doing? How you doing, devil? Alright. Might as well say hello to the devil. Can't fear the devil. Hang on a second. Okay. Yeah, I've got to say hello to the devil. How you doing? What's up? What's up, devil? I don't fear anything. I don't even fear the devil itself. And I feel we see the devil every day. I do. I feel like we see the devil every single day in every choice you make. When you choose one person or another, or you choose to not buy food and maybe buy that favorite pair of shoes, I think the devil's involved with everything we do. I do. That's why I don't take any of my choices lightly. I take them all. Like if I'm supposed to be saving money, I feel it's for a reason. And the devil's there, and the devil's there. So, you know how like that $100 pair of boots you really liked, whatever. I mean, we all been there at the store, going, "Oh my god, those boots are gorgeous!" And the devil's there, and the devil may say, "Ooh, you know what? They might not be able to pay their electric bill, yada yada yada." It might. All right, tell me about constant lying, chasing potential. There's a difference between growing together and waiting for someone to catch up. Be honest about which one you're doing. All right, they're chasing potential. And from this, I get they want to see if I'm trying to channel the energy from this card with these with constant lying. They're lying to you because they're constantly thinking how the shoe would be on the other foot with someone else. That's what I'm getting. How the shoe would be on the foot with someone else. That's all I'm getting is they're constantly doing this. It's just a message for somebody. I don't know. You know what? That shoe being on the other foot? I don't know, y'all. I'm not even looking at the cards. I'm not even looking. I'm just shuffling in my lap. Just shuffling in my lap. And seeing where destiny takes me. I don't tag my videos because you guys like it or you don't like it. Otherwise, I've been at my job for a decade. I mean, I make a decent amount of money. I'm not worried about it, but this is something I enjoy because I feel like this is my fun. This is something I do for my fun. Is hanging out with you guys. Alright, I just picked one. I just shuffled and didn't look and just picked one. I let the divine pick whatever comes to my mind and pick my brain and pick the card. Alright, under this, ignoring achievements and 10 of Swords, I got weathered storms. This love has weathered storms. And you're still sailing. That says more than any picture perfect moment ever could. Alright, whoever I'm speaking to has weathered storms. You've been. I feel it. I mentioned earlier about childhood. I feel even your parents doubted you. I'm picking up childhood trauma over here. You loved your parents. We all whoever I'm speaking to loves their parents a lot, but even they ignored their achievements. And then they kind of picked somebody that was like one of their parents. Could be boy or girl. I'm just picking up an energy of they have symbolizing traits of their parents. So it kind of brings you into childhood trauma at the same time, and that's how you went in the Ten of Swords. But you've been there before. That's the thing. You've been there before. And it's an arena you don't want to be in, but this person keeps putting you into this arena of hurt. I'm just picking up the devil's den. They keep bringing you in the devil's den. That's all they want to do is they want to play with you in the devil's den, but they don't really care about your feelings. All they care about is their own feelings and who's getting out the arena with true happiness. But they forget about you. They act like they treat you more like property than a person. At times they'll be nice, but then they're always treating you like property. That's what I'm picking up. And this disrespect with the King of Pentacles, you got battle of ego. You're not building a relationship when you're fighting to be right. Love can't grow where ego refuses to let go. They disrespect you because they think they're right and they don't like when you disagree with them, like your parents and other people. It has to do with the parents. It keeps going back to the parents. This is something your parents did, and you don't like it. You don't like it, and they take trauma. They're irritating and they're exposing. I want to say this is somewhat narcissistic tendencies. They're taking that wound of childhood and exposing it and using it to keep you there with this battle of egos. Wow. This is what I'm getting on that. I hope it's making sense to somebody. I mean, I just pretty much anymore live by myself, and I've just finished most of my shadow work. There's at times I feel I get sidetracked, and sometimes I'm like, oh damn, and then I go, no, I'm going down that path again. I just finished all my shadow work. I just elevated, and I'm supposed to reflect and move on with the past. Because that's when you finish your shadow work. You're supposed to reflect and move on, and that's it. Reflect and move on. And it's so hard sometimes when you're going through bad situations and you doubt, am I ever going to get out of here? But I have good friends I talk to. I do. I have these really good friends I talk to. I'm just literally shuffling and talking to y'all. But maybe I feel there is a friend y'all have. I feel there's a friend. I feel you should talk to whatever friend that you got. And under the shaming with the Fool's Journey, you got healthy habits. You do have healthy habits, and you don't like when people shame you. And this card says your shared commitment to a healthier life amplifies your connection. This is an upgrade for the body, mind, and spirit. You generally try to keep healthy and keep a healthy spiritual attitude. To get this card means you're definitely a good person with somebody a partner with narcissistic tendencies, if not a full narcissist. And maybe your light irritates their demons because I'm feeling a lot of demons in this atmosphere. It stinks. I could smell sometimes. I'm channeling their energy through you, and they stink. It reminds me of raw earth that had some doo doo in it. That's what they smell like to me. Raw earth with doo doo. And I don't feel any happiness with them. I don't even think they like themselves. I'm going to be honest with you, collective. I'm pretty damn sure they don't like themselves. I'm just feeling this nastiness in me. And I mean, I got a lot of protection here. I keep my protection. I got 2 crosses here that I wear. I alchemize things with my crosses. My son gave me this I love you, Mom, with the heart. And then I got this. I got a moon opal. Whatever energy I have when I go through these, I alchemize it. So whatever dark energy appears to me, I can alchemize the shit out of it. I do. I just alchemize the shit out of everything. That's what I do. I mean, what else can we do but alchemize? I'm in the devil's playground, so I just alchemize the shit out of it. What else can you do? I mean, I'm not sure if you can alchemize energy, but maybe I want to say clear quartz. Clear quartz can really help you. Clear quartz gives you clarity, and you could direct that crystal to, because your crystal, I don't think people talk enough about it. Crystals are alive. When you awaken them and put your essence into them, they are alive. And they will store energy for you if you need it later. And you can ask your crystal for protection, and it will give you protection. If you need to be healed from something, and you direct the energy and say, please, I just want to have healing energy. All the energy around you, sometimes crystals can help you alchemize this. If you're not a natural alchemizer, I alchemize everything just looking at people, and that I'm alchemizing this doo doo smell. And it's not my house. I know that's what y'all are thinking. Thinking that my dog had doo doo or whatever. My dog did not have doo doo. The smell definitely has to do with the stench of this person that's either a full narcissist or narcissistic tendencies. It's his spirit. I could smell a spirit. Alright, under this blame shifting, we got conflict resolution. When tension rises, you don't shut down, you lean in. This is why your love keeps evolving. Conflict resolution. Alright. The blame shifting is what I'm getting from this. Because, I mean, this is just the energy. I still got to channel what it is, why. Alright. Okay, you don't shut down, you lean in. Alright, you're trying to do compromises, you're trying to make the best out of your relationship. That is why your soul is still good. You still have love in your soul. They don't do this. They're in the battle of the egos over here. You try to resolve conflict. You are over here resolving conflict. They're not. They pretend they're agreeing because maybe you guys I feel you living together. I feel there's a living situation. And if they just leave, where are they going to go? I feel they're with you for financial. Because, man, I'm not saying they're taking your money. They might not be taking your money. I don't feel like it's even just that. There's a lot invested. when there's invested money, but they're walking in this devil energy. Oh no. Okay, now we're gonna clarify this devil energy. I'm just here to maybe give you a little peace of mind on just unpacking this energy here. Just sometimes when I was going through things and I listened to readings, it made me feel better because I said, yeah, maybe I am doing the right thing. Whatever. If you were thinking about freeing yourself from this energy and it resonates with you, and did I do something wrong? You did not do anything wrong. This is clarification. You're doing everything right. You got healthy habits, conflict resolution. What else can you do? You could bring a horse to water, but can you make them drink? When a horse does not want to drink the water and wants to die, they're going to die. You can't make somebody do anything that they literally don't want to do. And sometimes they got to make their own mistakes, even though it's going to hurt you a lot. I was just sitting here talking to you, and then I just let my hands growing apart with this double energy. And then we have you where you're trying to resolve conflict and you're having healthy habits. They're chasing potential partners. You've weathered storms and you're in a battle of egos. This is such a clear cut message. I don't know what is. Growing apart. I'll even read you the card. You're not on the same page anymore, and maybe the healthiest thing is to stop pretending you are. You're growing apart. I feel you're in the same house. They're trying to be respectful, but they're seeing that they're maybe not that attracted to you. They don't know how to bring it up. I'm channeling they don't know how to bring it up. It's not that they hate you, it's just they want something that they feel is more on the wild side. They don't feel you're wild enough. They feel that they want to explore new partners. And they don't even know how to bring up the question. That's what I'm channeling. And people are allowed to make their own choices. They are allowed. They are. I mean, what can you do? I mean, you're just going to have to let them go and let God, and maybe you guys can possibly, maybe you can just maybe if you just say, I get that you don't want to be together and we both need a place to live. Maybe you could strike an agreement, or maybe like they sleep on the couch and you get finances taken care of. I don't know. Possibly that could be an option, but just start doing some power moves because you're already growing apart. All these got the battle of egos, weathered storms, and they're chasing potential partners. You're over here with your healthy habits trying to resolve conflict, but yet you're growing apart. Our relationship is two-sided, y'all. It's two-sided. You cannot be the whole relationship. You're going to have to go to self-love. You're going to have to. You're going to have to literally just be by yourself and learn self-love. That's the only way this is going to happen. It's going to be a lonely journey because you are not the kind of person, I'm channeling this directly from your energy. You are not the kind of person that is going to go out like this guy or girl and be the party, the life of the party. This is not you. You are not the life of the party. You are the one that's logical. You are the one that gives a shit. And when things fall apart, they are not. So, say for us both to move on with our life, we're going to have to do this. If it takes you 4 months, try to disconnect. But Just do it in a peaceful way. Just say, I understand. I don't want to put you in a bad position. Even tell them, I don't want to put you in a bad position. Say, I want to put you in a good I want us both to leave here in a good position. That's what you do. And generally, somebody that's in this kind of energy is going to be like, oh, okay. They're not even mad. I don't have to hide this no more. Then the lying will go away and the battle of egos will go away because they're going to be able to go online, flirt with whomever they want. And even you could put like things, just say, I just don't want to know. And just say, if it bothers you to eat with this person in the same house, maybe you could like go to a family member's house from time to time, or just go and eat over a friend's house. You're like, if you have any sisters or brothers or such, just be like, I'm coming over here to eat dinner because we are broke apart and he or she has the run of the house and we're trying to break it apart civilly. We're trying to be civil. That's all you got to say is, we're trying to be civil. This is my entire box of just one layer of my cards, y'all. This is only one layer. I got 2 other boxes. Crazy as hell, right? Alright, and that's your reading, I guess. I'm going to call this the Battle of Egos. I wish you luck. I do, and I'm going to pray for you. I am. You know what? I have a book. I got a book of prayers. Hang on. Hold up. I found this Mary Noel Missal. It has a lot of prayers in it. All right, this is secret prayer. Oh my god, this is so nice. Look at this picture. It's a mass. It's a mass book. I can't throw away holy objects. I can't collect them. I can't throw away God stuff. All right, and this is called secret prayer. Secret prayer. Maybe this is what you need. All right. Oh God, this perfect sacrifice has been replaced the many offerings of the old law. Accept it now from your devout servants and bless it as you once blessed the offering of Abel, in that the individual gift which one of us presents in honor of your name may bring us all closer to salvation through our Lord. And this is about a communion. Maybe this is I just literally opened the book, but I think this actually might help you because it's almost like communion. You're in a communion of souls, and you're disconnecting I want to say you're trying to disconnect in a peaceful way. And then we got a post, and then there's a offertory hymn. And then it says, Sakat and Halicrus Aramentum et Tentramen Sacrat in Miligbis Agram Pinklum Sic Flat. My Latin's not good. My Latin is not good, y'all. Sacafrimen Nostrum in Conspectra. Tu Hadi a Plancine Tibi Qua non East Confessio Confedibus in T Domina. And with the holy, I don't know, there's something about Latin that's supposed to be good luck, y'all. As with Politis of rams and bullocks and thousands of fat lambs, let us sacrifice be made in your sight this day, that it may please you, for there is no confusion to those who trust in you, O Lord. Amen. Maybe this can help you. I mean, look at Jesus is here, and I like the picture. Here's the rainbow. All right. Here's Jesus with his cup coming down. I see you down here, and then there's your other person. He wants to go on unrighteous path, and maybe you want to go the righteous path. Maybe just pray to God and say, I just want to end this peacefully. Can you please help me? I don't think it's any coincidence that I came to this, and I found this the other day when I was cleaning, y'all. I found it the other day. I think, and I go, I'm going to start using this for my stream. I'm going to start using it for my stream. Because, I mean, it's a nice book. Anyways, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to put this through, and I don't know, I might have to go to work at 3 in the morning, so I'm going to try to get as much videos today I can out. And if this helped you at all, leave a comment and say thank you or say amen or something. I don't know. Or thank you or amen. I mean, I'd appreciate with any of it. And then if you liked my style, maybe like and subscribe, it would be nice. And if not, thank you for your time and have a great day, y'all. Big hugs in the chat.